actually studied composition and theory from when I was about 10 or 11 years old. Started taking piano lessons. And at university I got involved in a lot of musical performance. There were talented students there. Yo-Yo Ma was a couple of years behind me. And the kids like that wanted to play, and so we just put stuff together, and that's actually what got me profoundly interested in music and got me interested in conducting, because you always needed someone to organize ad hoc performances, and I found myself to be a pretty good organizer and liked to put things together. I was very fortunate to have extraordinary teachers and mentors along the way. I would say Leon Fleischer as a piano teacher was a huge influence on me. Rostropovich, who was the man who hired me to my first conducting job to be his assistant in Washington. When I was at university, Leonard Bernstein actually came to Harvard for 2 years to give some lectures and spent quite a bit of time with students. My conducting teacher was Charles Bruck, who was Hungarian-born but French-trained. I studied composition at one point with Messiaen. A lot of different people who came at music from different angles, giving me some profound advice along the way. I'm very grateful. I came to the Belgian National Orchestra in 2017 as music director. It's a beautiful city, it's a beautiful concert hall, it's a lovely orchestra, and we developed a relationship over the years, and they asked me a few years ago if I would be chief conductor. There's something special about Belgium, Brussels, the European Union. In difficult times, we're trying to do something here to make people come together rather than to divide people. And so there's tremendous potential, a lot of excitement. I'm very enthusiastic. Yes, conducting is a fun and interesting experience because, of course, you have about 3 days sometimes to get to know an orchestra, have them get to know you, listen to them, respond to them, they watch you and respond to you. That can be very exciting, can be a lot of fun. It's a very exciting way to meet 100 people. We conductors have a very particular, interesting, and probably kind of unique role in the way we prepare scores. That's a very interesting and wonderful challenge. Having been trained as a composer, I feel that that's kind of natural for me. Looking at scores and thinking, how was this music put together? What was the composer doing? Why were these choices made? It's especially important that conductors have that kind of organizational ability. You learn efficiency, you learn what to work on, what to leave alone, where to trust that things will go right if they didn't go right at the rehearsal and so forth. So yeah, it's a special skill. I spend a lot of time planning how I'm going to divide up the time at rehearsals. Part of the joy of conducting is the repertoire is vast, incomprehensibly vast. And so why narrow it down? If anything, broaden it out. And I think especially today with audiences maybe wanting to hear the great classics over and over again, that's a trap we can fall into, and we should remember that there's fantastic stuff out there from centuries of music written for orchestra that deserves to be heard. Our job really is to present anything we really believe in. We really believe in its power and its ability to communicate something of depth to as wide an audience as possible. I do some teaching at the New England Conservatory in Boston, where the level of students is extraordinarily high, and they come from all over the world. The ideas for how to present concerts to new audiences, what kind of concerts to give, what the format, what the feel of that concert is, those ideas coming from younger people are very good, very valuable, very important, and I think will help us find the way forward. I've had a lot of experience both in the States and in Europe, and guest conducting in Asia, but really working with orchestras as music director, 2 orchestras in America now and 2 orchestras in Europe. And I feel fortunate to have worked in Germany, where there's one kind of system for how orchestras connect to society, and now in Belgium and back in the States, and as a guest artist in the UK and in Japan and across Asia. So it gives me, I think, some perspective on what the problems are, what some of the solutions are, what things work in certain cultures, other things work in other cultures, and kind of trying to bring the best of all the cultures you've worked in to any given situation where you can understand what the problems might be and you can offer solutions and ways forward. When you're a conductor and have the opportunity to perform all over the world and to be in some of the great concert halls, Carnegie Hall, Musikverein, Concertgebouw, these are very special places, and you feel the weight of history when you walk in the stage door, and you feel the people that have preceded you. The nerves can energize you and focus you and take you to the level you need to be to communicate to the audience. Yeah, that is what we live for.